So I just got done putting all of Phoenix Incandescent on my YouTube channel. I kind of pushed through today and did like 6 of them, which I'm regretting now. Mainly because I'm still a little sick and I had to like run and get some Benadryl. Anyway, so I had a few reflections though real quick on getting done with putting all of this on YouTube. It was really important for me to do this, to have a free version and an audio version, even though it's far from perfect. And I don't know, I mean, it's kind of fun because here and there's little comments by me or little things that happened, but it's just going to be quirky for right now. I've kind of embraced the quirkiness of all of this process right now. Later, I hope to have everything professionally done, and that will be fun too. But right now, I enjoy the option of being able to do this and learn, even if it is kind of a slow going learning thing. I just do what I can for right now, and then I get better as I can. So, okay, so here are my reflections of reading this aloud, and I hate reading aloud, by the way. I know that's terrible because I'm an author, and I have 4 children, and I love books. I love reading, so it's kind of crazy that I hate reading aloud, but I do. Anyway, so, and ignore the sniffles and I'm like crying out of one eye because I don't know what we're passing around. It's crazy. It has this eye crying day. Everybody's had it. It's weird. So anyway, the book does make me cry still. It has been a long time since I've read Phoenix. It was good to read through it because it's been long enough that I can actually do another round of editing, which I'm going to do soon. And then I'm actually going to bump up my price on Phoenix once it's cleaned up and everything, which I think I've been needing to do for a while anyway, because the story is worth it. So once I have it cleaned up more. But yeah, it made me cry, and I was a little bit surprised since I know the story, and as I'm reading it and getting all trying not to cry, but it still touched me, so I kind of thought that was fun. I also have a little bit of writer's remorse. I mean, kind of. If you haven't read book 5, you don't know why, but like all of the, now see, when I was cleaning up Phoenix the first time, I've actually rewritten it. I was trying to write it as a children's book initially for my children, and it was really sappy and sweet and bubblegummy, and I know that's still in there, but it's a reverse fairy tale. I actually kind of pulled out a lot of the sweet sappy stuff, which may make some people laugh, but anyway, I was planning for the rest of the series when I rewrote it, so I knew very much what I was doing, but it was still very hard because some of the phrases in context of what I know and what has happened and what's going to happen, I almost wanted to kind of yell at the characters, say, no, don't do this, or you don't know what's coming, or something like that. So that was kind of interesting. Also, it reminded me of some loose ends I have not addressed in the series, which is good. I know I'm not going to catch all of them, but as I go through all of the first 4 books and kind of clean some of my little quirks up. I have this one writing quirk, and I'll explain it someday. It happened by accident and became a habit. Like, isn't that just life? Anyway, so one of the loose ends was the fact that Ebby has this deal with the Hobbs, right? So I haven't explained that. So I have that on a list now. And then, the other thing I haven't explained is why Lodestar blames Gula for murdering her parents. Now, of course, if you haven't read the 5th book, then you don't know what the actual truth of the matter is. And you don't even know the full truth because you're kind of just introduced to the situation. But I will address that probably. I don't know if it'll be the next book or 2 or what will happen. But I've always planned to have Gula come back. So I imagine she'll kind of come up against Larissa, maybe. I can't really, I don't know. You'll see when it happens, right? I'll see when it happens. Writing's kind of this interesting collection of I know what I'm doing and I have it planned and I don't. So sometimes I know and sometimes I don't. Also, reading through it this time, it really reminded me about being a new author. I didn't want to read it at first. I kind of kept telling myself not to do it because I knew I'd read through and go, oh my goodness. I was so brand new. If you don't know, I kind of intentionally wanted my Endeavor series to kind of be fantasy, but like a little less on the details. That was very purposeful for me. And so I wanted to have these really important details and have details in it and enough. And my husband usually coaches me through that because he's the one who was like, you do not have enough details. You're going to have to learn to write details. So I learned because I sucked at it. But I didn't want it too detail heavy partially because I love reading fantasy, but I'm so busy now. And it's like right now I'm trying to get through the Wheel of Time books because my husband loves those books. And so kind of out of my love for him, I'm trying to read through them. But they're so detailed and I have kids and I'm trying to write my own series. And so I wanted something to be less detailed, also for busyness purposes, and also to try to draw some more readers into fantasy who might like a less detailed option. Okay, and so it was kind of good and therapeutic to be reminded of myself as a new author and that I have grown and I can continue to grow and it's all good and you get better and everybody has to have a new book and I don't know. I mean, I think we all are who we are and we all have different processes. And I'm just kind of a slower learning curve on that. So, and the last one, reading through it made me really, really excited to get started. I'm supposed to be doing Clawthorne right now, right? Because I'm trying to get into traditional publishing because I don't feel like I can approach an agent and be like, hey, I've got 5 books already. There's 12 plans. So, I kind of wanted this over the next year or two. I always aim high and fall a little lower. Anyway, to write about 3 standalone books and see which one will take. So I'm trying to do that, but at the same time, it's really funny because I'm trying to get Clawthorne written, but I really, really want to experience Wicked Atonement, and I've already started on it when I said I wouldn't because I really want to read it, so write it. Same thing for me, reading and writing. When you're writing the book for the first time, it's like reading it for the first time. But anyway, I am really glad that it's done and it's out there and, that was the other thing, but we're like getting on like 8 minutes. Maybe I'll make another video, or do you just want to hear it now? I don't know what to do, but the time is clicking. Okay. So one other quick thing that was kind of, somebody came in, annoying and fun. I have this problem with, because I think because I've read quite a bit of literature, I like some things American English, and I have words that are probably more British English. I actually like some of the spellings of British English better than American English. And I'm not apologizing for that. I'm American too, you little... People are always griping about, oh, this is American, and you should be like this, and you can only be like this if you're American. Well, I'm telling you, it's not so, because I like spelling things with a little U after the O, and we're a lot more varied than people would say, even in the part of the country where I am, where you might think it's more one way, but it's not. So that's my quirk. I kind of would be reading through and I would want to because before I get done with my books, I usually take the British English out and spelling, because I know where I have issues, but I don't catch it all. And so I'd be reading and I would want to say the British, but then I would try to fix with the American. And then there were also instances where I could tell I was reading the way I read in my head, where sometimes, do you do this? I change sentences around, even my books and other people's books. And I found myself with my reading habits trying to do that to my own story. So I don't know what's going to happen, because I know I'm going to start going through to edit Phoenix, and I have a feeling that some slight things will change, not only because I have to take out or fix some of the edits that I couldn't see. I actually really love editing, but with my own stuff, I'm crappy. So I don't know how much, but some of it will likely change. There's a kid on me. I think my time is up. Okay. I really appreciate this. I know I'm rambling, but I just wanted to share. Someone's laughing at me. They keep me straight. That's my sick one. The one who's already interrupted today. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see her. She's not there. But anyway, bye guys. Thank you for everything.